What really annoys me is when trains are late. I mean, there's nothing worse than sitting on a platform, waiting, and there's no train in sight. And then, when the train finally arrives, you're there and the carriage is absolutely crowded. You can't move, you can't breathe, and there are people everywhere. What's even worse than waiting on a platform for the train is actually being on the train. When you just stop in the middle of nowhere, you can't get out, no one knows what's happening. There are always problems on the line, but no one really knows what these problems are. I mean, what are you supposed to do? You just sit there and wait, and the trains never come, or it never moves.
I remember as a child that it was always drummed into me that I shouldn't be dropping litter. So I was one of these kids that always had pockets full of sweet wrappers. And I was told that if there was no bin around, you had to keep it in your pocket till you got home. And I think it still gets to me, like all these years on, that you see people just dropping litter from their cars as well, leaving fast food cartons by the side of the road. And I think parents and teachers should really have an obligation to reinforce the whole keep Britain tidy thing. I think it would be good for schools to say that as well.
One thing that really upsets me is when people misuse apostrophes. It's not that hard to get it right. For example, on the market where I buy my fruit, there are often signs that say oranges, 4 for £1, oranges, ORANGE apostrophe S. What do the oranges own? Nothing. It's completely incorrect and it really, really gets my goat.
Well, one of the things that really annoys me is traffic. When I lived in New Zealand, I used to wait in traffic for about half an hour, and that used to make me angry. But now that I live in London in the UK, I can wait in traffic for anything up to 2 or 3 hours, and I've realised that, that is a sort of traffic that just makes me so infuriated.
Well, what I don't like about other people's kids in restaurants is when they misbehave. It's not the right place, it's not the right environment for misbehaving children, especially if you kind of let them misbehave and just run riot all over the place. I personally don't like that. I get offended by it. Call me mean, but I just don't feel that you should bring your children, especially if they're badly behaved children, and you bring them into a place where people want to eat and, they haven't come here to see kids running around all over the place. So that kind of really annoys me.
What really gets to me is if you're going to bed and you just settled yourself down, you brushed your teeth and everything, and you're lying in bed, and the guy next door is having a party. And it's all, it would be all right if it was good music and you could hear all the music, but what really, really gets to me is that the wall is so constituted as to only allow certain frequencies of sound through. So you don't get the high range, you don't get the middle range, no, you just get the bass. And you can't even enjoy it. You can't just sit back, even if it's like a relaxed party, even if it's quite chilled out, you can't sit back and enjoy the music, no. All you get is that repetitive noise. I just can't get to sleep. I hate it. It's really annoying.